Hello, I hope y'all are having a great day. It's January 30th. Um, and today I'm back, of course. Today I'm going to be talking about, really going to be looking into, looking back at yesterday's blizzard in the, coastal, coastal New England, I guess. Uh, and I'm also going to be talking about a pretty significant winter storm that we could be looking at, this week, and also looking at the severe weather side of that. So just a few things I want to talk about before I start the video, really, is I want to talk about, or I just want to say I hope the quality is a little bit better. Just did some work with that, so hopefully it looks a little bit better and I have more, it's a bit more consistent as well. And also, I'm also gonna probably try to get some more, wide, a little bit of a wider variety of the types of videos. I'm probably gonna start to do, probably gonna do some actual time lapses, that kind of stuff. Uh, some actual videos, other than just videos like this, where I'm outside and talking about the weather. Uh, it's a bit hard to explain until I actually do the first one. And I'm also maybe thinking about doing some like maybe doing some I guess maybe playing Roblox storm chasing games like Twisted or SCR. Because I play those a lot, so I was thinking I might as well just maybe start recording them and actually turn them into videos. Because I feel like y'all might enjoy those. And yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to try and do a wide variety of stuff. And I'm also planning on streaming a good bit this spring and summer. If I'm not busy with school, or I'm gonna try and do some live streams for severe weather. So that'll be kind of fun. Uh, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the video. So these are our snowfall reports from yesterday, and we can see, I mean, Long Island though, look at that. We have some reports over there around 24 inches. I think it's to the north of Islip. Look at these reports. They're really starting down in southern Maryland, going all the way up. We can see almost a foot in areas of southern Maryland, a foot in areas of southern Delaware. Up towards the Atlantic City area, going into New York City. And we can see a good maybe a foot and a half. Long Island, though, some areas of central Long Island got 2 feet. Really, all of Long Island though got at least a foot. Uh, so a lot of snow. Then up into Connecticut, I mean, we saw I mean, values that are dots that are in orange. That's a foot plus. And we can see we have a pretty wide swath of that. And look at some of these reports. So 24.6 in central Massachusetts there, 22.3 in northern Massachusetts. The highest reports are around 30 inches, and those are it's right to the south of Boston, in between Quincy and Brockton. We had a pretty for several hours yesterday. We saw a heavy band of snow, generally set up across this whole area here, and just dump snow. I mean, like a wide swath of 2 feet, even some up to three, or not 3 feet. Okay, maybe even some up. We have several reports of 30 inches in that area. The highest report is 30.9, 1 mile west of Stoughton, Massachusetts. If I said that right, sorry if I didn't. Pretty significant accumulations though, for sure. Even up into Maine though, and we saw a good foot in some areas. Even I mean reports almost a foot and a half, 2 feet in some areas. So a lot of snow. I mean, this was definitely we definitely did meet blizzard criteria along the coast for a lot. We had some really gusty winds as well. I'm pretty sure definitely a lot of gusts greater than 70 along the coast. Uh, there's some reports of those. So that was, I mean, that was probably one of the most significant blizzards I mean, I've ever seen since I've really started looking at weather. But yeah, so that's pretty interesting. But I think Boston actually had its greatest 1 day snowfall total ever. I think it was 25 inches at the around 25 almost. Yeah, I think. Uh, so that was pretty significant. I mean, to say the least, pretty impactful blizzard right there. So yeah, now let's go over to pivotal weather here. Like I said before, hopefully the frame rate's a bit more smooth as well. I brought it down a little bit So but also now it's not as like inconsistent. So it's hopefully staying at about, hopefully it's at just this 30 FPS. Uh, and it seems like it's staying there, but yeah, this is this is the GFS this week. Just gonna throw that out here. So yeah, that's, I mean, we're gonna look at that in a second. But first off, let's talk about the severe weather threat Tuesday. We can see you have a little marginal risk for areas of like kind of southern Texas there. Pretty sure Corpus Christi's in it, Victoria, uh, down there in South Texas. Uh, so let's get the. I don't really think we need to look at it too much, but like, we'll do it. We'll do it. Why not? So let's just get the HRRR out, 12Z run, and let's just do like a brief look at what we could be looking at across that area tomorrow. So we can see, I mean, in the afternoon, we see a good bit of storms, fire in that region. Let's just take a few soundings and then really all we need to look at. That's a bit that's contaminated, so let me try and get a little bit of a better one. All right, here we go. This is pretty good. So we can see we have, I mean, definitely we have enough instability. This really supports severe weather. Definitely a hail threat. I mean, really, generally, I'd say mainly hail and, I mean, mainly hail and a little bit of some gusty winds. Looks to be the main threat down there. Tornado threat maybe a 2%. Let's see what they have. No, they have a wind and a 5 wind and a 5 hail. Okay, I kind of agree with that. So that's all we have on Monday. And then Tuesday, on Tuesday we see we have nothing. But I do think we're going to be seeing a greater severe threat as we go later this week, midweek, kind of mid to the end of the week. And we're going to talk about that after we talk about the winter side of things. But let's go ahead and talk about the winter side of things first before we really talk about severe weather. So we're going to go to the whole U.S. here just because this is such a widespread storm system, I guess. And we can see, this is really our first winter event. This is Tuesday evening. We have a low up in Canada. We have a front kind of stretched down into the Midwest, into the Central Plains there. A little bit of snow mixing in the backside. That's not really the big deal. The big deal part though is going to be once we get a low to form along this, and you can see areas like Central Illinois. Look at that. They're getting snow from like late Tuesday night all the way through Wednesday, like, into Thursday afternoon, which is a lot. On the back side of that front, this is the main deal though. This could be a. We can see this is Thursday morning, and we're getting ice. I think that's okay. Purple is sleet. Okay, and then got a little bit of freezing rain and sleet down into the Dallas area. Snow on the backside. Just a lot of just wintry mess across the central portion of the country up into the Midwest and the Northeast. And Thursday for severe weather is also really kind of coming out to me. Look at this. We can see we have a very clear area right there across Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, even down to Louisiana. So we're going to talk about that though after we talk about the winter side of things. Now, what I want us to look at is we're going to look at snowfall, total accumulated snowfall. But what I want you to do is don't look at the actual numbers. Just don't look at the numbers at all. Just look at where like the placement is of the heaviest snowfall. That's what we want to look for right now. And we can see the GFS is going insane with this again, okay? Let's just lock it in on our 126 here. Kind of get a good idea. And we can see, I'm not even going to bring that over there, but we can see the heaviest snowfall is kind of centered right to the north of St. Louis, right to the south of Peoria, into northern Illinois, or not Illinois, Indiana, my bad, into like areas of northern Ohio, then up into the northeast with some pretty significant accumulations. And we can see though in previous runs, the GFS has, let's see what the trend we have is. I'm going to kind of just add a line right here where like generally the heaviest snow kind of is. So it's pretty much right there. Let's get this. Okay, I don't know. Okay, does that not, there we go, okay. So this was the previous run of the GFS, the 060, and we can see, there we go, that's where we want it. Okay, so we can see it really hasn't shifted a whole lot. We go back to the 00Z. Uh, yeah, we go back to the 0. Okay, why is this not? Okay, let's do it manually. Yeah, so we go back to the 0, 0, Z, and we can see, I mean, really the GFS is really consistent with that heaviest snow kind of being along this line. But where it really has shifted, though, is in the northeast, though. We can see it shifted a lot south in the northeast. So I guess it's like, what I think is going on here is the GFS just isn't going as strong with the ridge over the southeast there. Uh, so yeah, that's that. Now the euro is significantly different. The 12Z euro is coming out as we speak, but I'm gonna miss that. Sorry. Probably should have waited, but I don't know. But okay, what is the? Okay, the euro is confusing me. Okay, uh, let's just see what the euro even has here with precip wise. Uh, oh yeah, so we see. Okay, yeah, okay, so it has that has the placement of this first little area of snow, kind of like similar, really similar to the GFS, maybe a bit further south. But then the where the second low forms is a lot further south, though. We can see it's a lot more suppressed. We see a lot more snow down in like Arkansas, Kentucky, like areas like in the Northeast, though, like I mean, areas like Binghamton, New York get a lot of snow. Like even in the Boston again, get switch over to snow and get a lot. Good bit in New York City. Like Philadelphia gets a touch in the backside, even down to like even like Washington, the sea down there. So I mean, definitely pretty interesting there. Uh, the difference between the models. So we're gonna still have to wait and see. Let me get COD open here though, real quick, because COD now we can look at I can look at the 060 uh East or European without having to pay anything because I really can't right now. But it only goes out to Wednesday evening, so it is a little bit of a problem. But you kind of get an idea of where it has it does seem like it's maybe a bit further north with a little bit more snow. So it'll be interesting, to say the least, on what this actually does. Um, so yeah, that's the winter side of things. I mean, right now I'm not gonna make any forecasts really, but if I had to, I'd say the heaviest snow will probably set up kind of like in a line like that. As of right now, though, I think it's gonna likely change though. I don't want to make any. I mean, I don't think we should be making any forecasts at this point because of there's some very large differences between the models. Uh, so yeah, we really got like a model like the Canadian real quick because we had the 12Z Canadian. I put pen moved over, but let's get the latest run. I really hope the quality of this is better. I think it is. Okay, the Canadian is way south. It has like freezing rain in Mississippi with this. Uh, I mean the snow. I mean it has a lot more like freezing rain and like sleet. Not much. Not the snow part isn't really further south. In fact, in the Northeast, we don't get that switch over to snow in Boston, New York City like that, or we don't get that. Uh, and it has a lot less snow in like areas like St. Louis, Peoria, Illinois. So we're definitely going to have to see because a lot of model differences with this. I would. I mean, if I lived in like Boston, I mean, I wouldn't bet on getting any more snow right now. But we'll have to see. And yeah, so that's that. But now I want to talk about the severe side of things because that's looking really interesting. So let's just go ahead and get dews here. So see what kind of moisture we have access to. Let me get this. Okay, there we go. All right, so go out to like Tuesday. I mean, we can see we have, I mean, dews in the 50s and 60s across the like southern plains, kind of south area right there. It does look like might have some kind of low here, some kind of front like right here. Uh, I think that's actually the start of our low. And I mean, maybe Tuesday is severe weather threat in this area. I just take some soundings, kind of sample this. Actually, I mean, that's not really going to support anything, but let's log this on hour 57 here. Uh, and let's take a look at like instability, for example. Well, yeah, we don't have a lot of instability. Capping. I mean, we have I mean, not a lot of capping actually. That's just surface based though. Uh, Generally, I mean, we do have the moisture there Tuesday. Just everything else is not there. Uh, so I wouldn't really bet on too much happening Tuesday. But let's go out to yeah. So Wednesday, yeah, we're getting a lot more moisture by Wednesday. We can see. I mean, we have dews in the mid 60s in southern Texas. Definitely. I mean, there will definitely. I think we'll see a marginal risk Wednesday for sure. Uh, but I mean, where we see it though, that's a bit uncertain. Let's just take a look at instability again. Yeah, Wednesday we do see a little bit more instability creep in, so maybe we could see a little marginal risk for damaging wind or maybe some small hail. But then Thursday is the day I really want to watch. So this is Thursday. We can see we have decent, I mean, okay instability. The GFS does kind of underdo instability sometimes. I mean, got around 500 to maybe 1,000 Cape there. And then mainly in Louisiana, Mississippi, kind of the Alabama area. Mostly like the southern areas of Mississippi, eastern Louisiana there, southern Alabama as well. And we can kind of go over to, let's go over to, okay, so let's go over to, sorry, my thing just fell off, fell on the floor, but what can we look at again? Let's look at some other models real quick because I'm not really, I mean, the GFS is going really south with the low, which is why we don't get that, I mean, what? Okay, oh, I thought it was on a single frame, my bad. But we can see, yeah, the GFS is that low, like, central Mississippi, central Alabama area. Looks more like a damaging wind threat for that area if the GFS occurs, though. Take a look at the OOZ Euro, though. And let's go out to Euro's kind of in the same place. So, I mean, Thursday, I'd say we do want to be on the lookout for some kind of severe weather event for mainly kind of this area, or maybe a bit further north, depending on where the low tracks. Oh, that's kind of what I'm thinking for Thursday. But that's all I got for y'all today. I hope you enjoyed the videos. This is a little bit of a longer one, but it's kind of good. If I have the time, I'm gonna try and upload daily, but pretty much I'm gonna do for sure like every other day uploads like I do now. But I'm gonna try if I have the time to do like every day. But just don't like. I mean, I'm not gonna guarantee a video every day though, because I don't have that time every day. Just depending on how much like homework I have other school. But yeah. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be back either tomorrow or Tuesday. Uh, but yes, goodbye.